Assalamualaikum, I am Sanidah. I'm going to explain about the background of the subject property and its management. Our group has chosen Sultan Abu Bakar Museum as our case study. This museum located at Bakar, Pahang, Malaysia. This museum erected in 1888 as the residence for the first British resident, Mr. J.P. Roger. During World War II, this building then was used as a residence for the Japanese official. Later, in 1948, the building was renovated and turned into the palace for the late Sultan Abu Bakar and known as Istana Kota Beram after Sultan Abu Bakar moved from the Seri Terantang Palace. Later, in years 1959 until 1965, a new palace was built near the Terantang Palace area as a new residence for the DYMM Sultan of Pahang. Therefore, the Pahang State Museum Board has took over the building on 17 March 1976 to be the Pahang State Museum and officially opened on 21st October 1976 by His Majesty Sultan Haji Ahmad Shah with the name of Sultan Abu Bakar Museum. In this museum, there are various interesting galleries such as artifacts, ceramic, archaeology, and art galleries. This museum store and display the local culture and history of Pahang. Next is for the background of the property management. This museum was basically managed by the Perbadanan Museum Negeri Pahang. Perbadanan Museum Negeri Pahang is subject to the Perbadanan Museum Negeri Pahang Enactment 2015. The membership of the Perbadanan consists of those appointed by the state authority. The membership of the Perbadanan is for a term not exceeding 3 years and it is eligible for reappointment. The function of the Perbadanan is to maintain and manage the Museum of the States of Pahang. The management structure is comprehensive where the members of the Perbadanan are responsible for all museums in the states of Pahang. However, several internal departments were established in each of the museums to ensure that the management of the museum can be implemented well. The department consists of Department of Administration, Department of Research, Department of Collection, Department of Exhibition and Marketing. The diagram shows the property management structure in the Sultan Abu Bakar Museum. In managing the Sultan Abu Bakar Museum, it involves 77 employees. The 77 employees are responsible to manage the according to their departments.
Next, I will present about the descriptions of the property management task and routine. First and foremost is Administration Department. In this department, they have Human Resource Management that they task like manage people or staff in every department for utilizing their ability, efficiency, qualifications and experience in accordance with the mission and visions of Perbadanan Museum Negeri Pahang. Second is Financial Management, their tasks involving budgeting and fund management. For cleaning services, they need to clean the compound of all museums. For safe and security services, they need to patrolling around the museum and making sure everything in safe and good conditions. For technical management, the building technician will take swift action if there's any complaint about the broken item or any issue received by the building manager or building administrator. Next is Research Department. In this department, they have Community Service and History, where they need to go research on existing objects and its scope in serving society. Not just that, they also need to research on market conditions including visitor survey and service feedback. Moreover, Collection Department, they have artifacts where this team will manage the artifacts collections in the museum including record keeping and its care and conservation. Next is Exhibition Department. They have gallery team where they need to find theme of exhibition in proper year and proper period of time. They also must have knowledge and guidelines on visitors' care and disability. They also have technical team where this team will do painting and provide requirement tools for exhibitions. For marketing department, they have program and social media team where they need to promote services or products of Sultan Abu Bakar Museum and they need to raise awareness to common people about the existence of this museum. They also need to do promotion by active in social media. That's all from me. I pass to the next presenter.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Liyana Binti Mohammad Shoqrey and I am from AP2253B. So today I'm going to continue to explain about the external services in Sultan Abu Bakar Museum. So in a real estate outsourcing may be divided into two distinct ways. Outsourcing technical services where it's such as cleaning and maintenance is more typically a strategy because they are rarely viewed as core strengths that create a strategic advantage. Another method is to outsource a certain type of managerial services. Managerial services encompasses a wide range of operations such as bookkeeping, customer service, invoicing, assistant, and other more that less qualified services. So based on Annual Financial Report 2019 for the Department of Museum Malaysia, distribution of Malaysia Department of Museum, which is JMM, has been given a total of 89,000 in allocation of operating expenses for 2019 financial year. Under the grant of federal government financial assistance to the museum board, the board state the museum get 41 million, where they state JMM is the department responsible for distributing the allocation to the appropriate entities. So this budget are made to the objective to organize the coordinate the department financial management and planning a new way of efficient and effective. The Malaysia Museum follow a pattern of improving museum activities by maintaining and preserving the museum. Furthermore, this budget also has been used for outsourcing some of the work for museum in Malaysia. So based on the interviewee, Mr. Mohammad explained that most of the museum management handle in-house staff, but after the MCO or Movement Control Order was implemented a few years ago, management took a back and in order to outsourcing the technical management, particularly for the cleaning services, due to the lax fund and budget, the museum are forced to reduce the operating cost. He added, for the time being, they focus on the major technical problem to be outsourced to the specialized companies to quotation process. Then the renovation and the renewal of the museum, they also use the same process. They also use the same process, which is quotation process, using a subcontractor, which is entirely a different structure of the company's cost. So these are one of the reasons why Sultan Abu Bakar Museum use in-house staff, where they plan a new management to fulfill the project. So they choose to construct a skate park near to the museum, so it will be a tourist attraction one day. Other than that, the major renovation that has been planned by Perbadanan Museum Negeri Pahang, where they focus on creating the new Pulau Beram in Museum Pulau Beram, where it focus on historical boat gallery, display examples and models on boat that have been used in Pahang. Based on the website mentioned, the historical boat gallery display Pahang made boat, park boats, bamboo raft and street boat are evidence of prehistoric human in Pahang 4,000 years ago. So that's all for my explanation on external sourcing in Museum Sultan Abu Bakar.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Mohammad bin Erawan, and in this part, I'm going to explain on the Perbadanan Museum Negeri Pahang strategy to stay competitive. So first of all, is the strategy is by maximize corporation growth. So business growth can be defined as a phenomenon when all the important key player in the organization, such as a business owner, employee, and outside factor give influence on the success of the company. And for this Perbadanan, in maximizing the business growth, the administrative department has asked every unit, especially the museum technical unit, on the asset conditional appraisal. And this asset conditional appraisal is very important for the management to identify and evaluate the physical and the function of each asset in the building, whether it's properly function or not. And next strategy, which is meet with the objective of the corporation. So according to Gillian Martin 2021 state that business objective are the true result that are the want to be accomplished by any business corporation in the long-term corporation vision. And for this Perbadanan, there are three main objectives which become the guideline and compass for them to follow, which is and to achieve, which are the first one is to establish a people-friendly resource center to promote the heritage and culture of Pahang, and the second one is to engage with the local community, providing the arrangement through a learning and understanding, as well as the enjoyment of its beautiful gallery space, artifact, and a large garden. And lastly, which is the third objective, which is to uplift the local economy by drawing the visitor and holiday makers from nearby Kuantan, which is the state capital of Pahang. So that is the second strategy. The third strategy is to strive to exceed with the customer expectation. So customer expectation can be defined as the belief that something will happen because it is likely to be happen, and because of the nature of the museum business is to attract the visitor. This visitor can be classified as the primary customer that need to be served by the corporation. So the Perbadanan have used the customer relationship management approach, which is the fusion of the practice, strategies, and technologies that any organization can use to identify and analyze the information of the visiting visitor. And by having this analyzed information, it can become a guideline on the department on information that that can improve in terms of customer service relationship and may assist in the customer retention, thus driving the sales growth or ticket sales. And the fourth strategy, which is increase the professional image of the Sultan Abu Bakar Museum. By having an excellent and positive image is one of the added value that can be helped in driving a positive cash flow. And other than that, attracting visitor, having a good image can also attract a potential shareholder and investor. And because of that, the Perbadanan Museum Negeri Pahang have worked relentlessly and put extra effort in making sure the image that be shown by the organization is in a good, in order to boost the credibility and the profitability of the business. So that's all from me.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Ahmad, Zakhir bin Zailan. We will continue under the exhibitions department. The second is interaction among the visitors and staff. The exhibitions department is like a frontliner to visitors who want to visit the Sultan Abu Bakar Museum. Because of that reason, words and behavior must be taken care while interacting with visitors. In this age of the social media, any good or bad action can be easily spread to the public eyes. The goal of this training is mainly to create positive professional service experience for each of the customer. For the recommendation and improvement, I can give the three. The first one is aggressive advertising through media social. Advertising through media social is made by the marketing division following the rapid development of technology and the high response among the community to obtain the knowledge and information. The medium that are mostly used by any company to develop marketing are likely Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Digital infographic or short video are most widely used by most advertisers, but short video are more suitable to be applied in for marketing museum. The second is offer affordable package. Promotion or calls as marketing communication is the process of delivering successful information about the company or product to influence the potential buyers. After the COVID-19 pandemic, the museum marketing division could propose to create a wide variety of attractive package deals to encourage the visitors to make choice. For examples like school tour package, holiday package, and trains cafe package. The competition in terms of price package is a price game strategy, and it is strongly encouraged by marketers to create a various option for visitors to enjoy the goods and service provided. The third is collaborate with influential individual or company to promote tourism. Great influence can provide great benefits. Influencers should consist of those who are known to many followers and are also great in ins and outs of the business. The Pahang Museum Corporation can collaborate with airlines such as Malaysia Airlines or AirAsia Airlines to expand the influence of the historical museum around the world. So that's all from me, and thank you.